Buenos días a todos, bienvenidos a otro Hablemos de Radio. Quiero darles la bienvenida a todos nuestros amigos fuera del país, fuera de Venezuela. Aquí Hablemos de Radio. Hoy tenemos, espérate. Okay. Hoy tenemos una invitada especial, nuestra amiga Marija Kostic, Yankee Union 3 Alpha Whiskey Alpha, a darnos una anécdotas de una expedición al país más pequeño del mundo, al Vaticano, por una dama. Como ustedes saben, el Vaticano es el país más pequeño del mundo, sede oficial de la Iglesia Católica, sede oficial donde vive el Papa. Y actualmente, que yo sepa, hay 3 estaciones oficiales en el Vaticano, dentro de la sede del Vaticano: HV0 Alpha, HV4 Nancy Alpha Charlie, HV5 PUL. Son las 3 estaciones oficiales que sabemos que existen. Y son muy bien cuidadas. Tanto es así que nosotros tenemos a alguien en nuestro equipo, que ya no está con nosotros, pero Reinaldo, HV5 Alpha Mike o Alpha Mike Hotel en ese entonces, fue el embajador de Venezuela ante el Vaticano. Marija, one of our old ham friends, he's SK now. He was the ambassador of Venezuela to the Vatican, so he has some very good stories behind the stations. That's why I bring it up. Así que tenemos muchas historias sobre el Vaticano. Y bueno, actualmente la estación que vamos a hablar hoy es de Hotel Víctor Cero Alfa, y una dama operando desde ahí del Vaticano. Marija no habla español, sé que voy a hablar en inglés y yo voy a hacer lo mejor posible de traducir. Y así que Marija, bienvenida a Hablemos de Radio. Welcome to Hablemos de Radio. Vamos a hablar de una dama desde el Vaticano. So I'll let you start presenting. I'll stop sharing my screen. And you can share yours.
Okay. Just a second. Okay, here we go. Okay, can you see my screen maybe?
Yeah, we see
yes.
your screen. Yeah, but you want to go presentation mode, or there we go. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, yes. So thank you everybody, firstly, for inviting me to join you and just to share my experience from the expedition to the Vatican City. Is it okay to then you will translate immediately?
Okay. I can do that.
Okay.
Marija le dice, nos está dando las gracias por haberla invitado aquí a Hablemos de Radio y a hablar sobre su experiencia en transmitir desde la Ciudad del Vaticano.
Yes, and yeah, it's really a long story, and I have to say a lot about this trip because it's my first expedition. Okay, it's a little expedition, not the real one, but I was so excited to do it, and it was one of the memorable stories to my life.
Ella dice que esta fue una de sus primeras expediciones, trayendo unas bellas memorias y a la vez un poquito nerviosa para hacer este tipo de operación.
And everything started in 2021, actually, spring 2021, when I contacted Francesco, Italy Kilo Zero, Fox Victor Charlie. And when we get the contact of each other, and then everything started.
So, en la primavera del 2021, ella hizo contacto con el manager de la Estación del Vaticano Y todo comienza con un sueño, como dice nuestro amigo Ramón. Y comenzaron las conversaciones para hacer su visita oficialmente a la Estación del Vaticano.
Actually, to be honest, I didn't know that. I didn't imagine that Francesco will accept my and that he will fulfill my wish, and that I will be able to come to Vatican City and to operate from Hotel Victor Zero Alpha. I know that he receives a lot of emails, a ton of requests for that, and I was just the one in a million of ham radio operators who tried to do it. So I didn't know that it will be fulfilled.
Amarillo, what's Francesco's call?
Italy Kilo Zero Fox Victor Charlie.
Okay. Entonces, para echarle el cuento un poco rápido, ella contactó a Francesco, Italy Kilo Zero Fox Victor Charlie, que es el manager oficial de la Asociación del Vaticano, y ella, con toda honestidad, nunca pensó que le iban a responder, ya que hay mucha gente que manda emails, manda cartas pidiendo, deseando poder operar desde la Asociación del Vaticano. Pero bueno, la suerte llegó que Francesco recibió el email y se puso en contacto con ella y hicieron el sueño realidad.
Actually, maybe it will be more understandable to everyone. Just to let you know that Francesco is a person who is the main person to Hotel Victor Zero Alpha. So he's the manager of the station, and if you want to operate from the Vatican City, you need to contact him. Yeah, so that's the reason why I sent him email.
Ella quiere decirles a ustedes que Francesco es el contacto principal de la estación de HV0 Alpha, y si quieren trabajar desde esa estación, él es el contacto, él es la persona que va a otorgarles el permiso y abrirles las puertas a la estación.
Yeah. And yes, so everything started in spring 2021. So we know that it was a COVID year, one of 3 COVID years of the global pandemic, and it was very difficult to just for logistics and to organize trips.
So, esto comenzó en la primavera del 2021 y como todos sabemos, eso durante los primeros días o la primera etapa de la pandemia, y eso añadió un poco más de problemas a la logística de activar el Vaticano.
I had different ideas in my head, and I thought that if Francesco accept my invitation, how to come to Vatican, because at least in Europe, we had a lot of restrictions of travel, to cross the border, to trip from one country to other. So I thought that it would be impossible to come to Italy and to Roma.
So, una de las cosas en su cabeza era cómo hacer el viaje, ya que con COVID, las restricciones de viaje, tanto aéreas como terrestres dentro de Europa, era casi imposible. Y si Francesco le decía que sí, no sabía cómo iba a llegar al Vaticano.
And a few weeks after I sent my email to Francesco, he answered me and he told me, yes, Maria, you will be able to come and to operate from Hotel Victor Zero Alpha. I still remember that day because I was very happy and so proud of myself because I did something very important to my ham radio career at that time.
Sí, pero a su sorpresa, semanas después que ella mandó un email, Francesco le dijo que sí, por supuesto, puedes operar, y ella, bueno, se sintió súper orgullosa de poder obtenido el permiso y poder haber tenido el sí y especialmente en su carrera corta como radioaficionada, haber obtenido un permiso para operar una asociación tan importante.
So then everything started, and yeah, I and Francesco, we were in contact for a few months, and we tried to find a date that suits to him and to me as well. It wasn't how to say, easy, because I had a lot of obligations at my university, and Francesco is actually a businessman who has a lot of work, a lot of obligations, a lot of trips almost every week, and he's not always in Roma, in Italy. And yeah, we need to just to find a schedule to switch to both of us.
So, cuando todo esto comenzó, fueron contactos por muchos meses y buscar los días que cuadraran, ya que no fue fácil, ¿no? Porque las obligaciones de ella en la universidad, y aparte de eso, Francesco tiene su trabajo personal y viaja mucho fuera de Italia, y para mantener que los dos estuvieran en el mismo sitio en Roma fue muy importante y muy difícil de cuadrar.
We agreed that this trip, the expedition, would realize during the summer, because during the summer, all countries, almost all countries in the Europe during the pandemic were open for travels. So it was the best to do it in the summer. And yes, well, that's all in the moment. You can translate.
So, las discusiones que ellos tuvieron, decidieron que la expedición se tenía que haber hecho durante el verano, ya que era mucho más fácil de viajar, y todo durante la pandemia iba a estar todo abierto durante ese tiempo.
Yeah. I forgot to just to add one more thing. On the picture, you can see my very big friend and a mentor. It's Alex, Yankee Tango 3 Hotel. He's the president of our radio club, and he went with me to Vatican City. So we were together.
Ahí ella quiere decirle que en esta foto está su mentor, Yankee Tango 3 Hotel, que es el presidente del radio club de ellos, y él la acompañó en este viaje a la ciudad del Vaticano.
We started our trip to Vatican on September 2021, and before we came to the Vatican, we visited Alex's son and his family, who lived in Monfalcone. It's a small town in northeast part of the Italy. So it's just we wanted to visit Alex's son before we go to Vatican and do some more paperwork and administrations to enter the Vatican.
Entonces, ellos, el viaje comenzó a principios, alrededor de septiembre del año 2021. Pero antes de visitar el Vaticano, ellos fueron a visitar al hijo de Alex, que vive al norte de Italia, y hacer unos cuantos papeleos de aquí a allá y hacer un poquitico de turismo antes de visitar el Vaticano.
Yeah, so we came to Italy, we crossed the Italian border, and it was a weekend. So it was just the ordinary Sunday evening, and we were watching the TV and the news on the TV that they told that from tomorrow, from Monday, no one will be able to cross from one region of Italy to other region in Italy. And it was a huge problem, because that means we wouldn't be able to go to Vatican. No way to cross this region. Yeah.
Entonces, cuando ellos llegaron a Italia, fue el fin de semana, y ese domingo, que parece un domingo totalmente ordinario, las noticias de la televisión anuncian que nadie puede cruzar en ninguna de las regiones italianas por causa del COVID. Entonces, eso, por supuesto, añadió otro problema al viaje.
Yes, unfortunately that happened, and I was afraid of that it would be possible, and yeah, it realized. So we had to move to Serbia. We had to come home, and yes, to try to organize everything from the beginning and start again, over again.
Entonces, todo esto los causó a ellos de volverse de nuevo a Serbia y comenzar desde cero a organizar este proceso de nuevo.
I was very disappointed. You can just imagine how disappointed you can be and how to feel when I was waiting for that trip for months, for almost 6 months. And yeah, when I realized I'm just one step to cross the Vatican and to operate from Hotel Victor Zero Alpha, and you just can't do it because of some pandemic, some politics, and etc.
So, ella estaba muy triste, muy frustrada porque, imagínate, planificando todo este viaje y la pandemia se puso en el medio, como todo, puso un freno a todo. Y esto, realmente 6 meses de planificación, la pandemia dijo, no puedes viajar. Así que imagínense la frustración de tener todo planificado y bueno, todos sabemos lo que sucedió durante la pandemia.
I was very sad, but yeah, we weren't able to do anything. So we come to Serbia, and one of my big, how to say, I didn't believe that Francesco will still allow me to operate from Hotel Victor Zero Alpha, that he will be continue to interested to host me and Alex. So that means that we should wait for 1 more year because all countries in Europe were closed during the winter and all spring in 2022. So we were waiting for 2022, summer 2022.
Entonces, ella, como decía, estaban muy tristes ellos se volvieron a Serbia. Y bueno, ella pensaba que Francesco no se iba a olvidar de ellos, no lo iban a dejar operar más, toda esta operación. Y bueno, decidieron esperar un año más y comenzar de nuevo en la primavera para planificar para el verano del 2022 esta operación. Pero lo bueno fue que Francesco le siguió apoyando la oportunidad.
But totally opposite, Francesco was very, very happy and satisfied, and he told me that Maria and Alex, we will be always welcome to come to Hotel Victor Zero Alpha, and we will realize it. If not this year, we will do it next summer, next year. So no worries. And when pandemic ends and when we just figure out everything, you will be able to come and to make some QSOs from the Vatican.
Lo bueno fue que Francesco fue un caballero muy amable y le dijo a ella, siempre serás bienvenida aquí al Vaticano cuando la pandemia termine o se abran las fronteras, tienes las puertas abiertas aquí a la Asociación del Vaticano.
And finally that happened in September 2022. Again, firstly, we came to Alex's son family at Monfalcone. When we came to the north part of Italy, we do some administrations and some paperworks with Francesco because we needed a permission to come to Vatican.
Entonces, todo comenzó en el septiembre del 2022. Ellos fueron a la familia de Alex, que está en el norte de Italia, y ahí comenzaron a hacer todos los papeles necesarios para hacer la operación del Vaticano.
Yes, and it will be, I still I still remember this feeling when we come to the Vatican. And yeah, just I can share. Yes, it's our view from the plane. It was very very long, although the trip by plane were only 1 hour. I had feeling that it takes 4 days because I was very, very excited.
Ella estaba muy emocionada con el viaje. Ella, aunque fue realmente es una sola hora de vuelo, pero en su mente parecía toda una eternidad porque tenía los nervios de punta y bueno, imagínense, el viaje con todos los problemas que tuvieron antes del viaje, la emoción realmente hizo el viaje que sea un poco más largo.
Yes, and finally we landed. And maybe I'm not sure, can you see antennas at the top of the roof? Yeah. Alex and me, we know that we are at the right place when we saw antennas, like every real ham radio.
Entonces, finalmente, llegando aquí al destino, y como todo radioaficionado, ven en el techo una torre y una antena, uno se emociona. Y esa fue la sensación que ella y Alex recibieron, solo ver ya la antena en el edificio. Ya sabían que habían llegado.
It could be the Vatican radio.
Yeah,
the broadcast.
Well, Francesco sent me address where we should come, and yeah, sure, we got a taxi and just to tell taxi driver we should come here, and please let us know where is it. And sure, taxi driver go with us, but we weren't actually how to say it. It was a mix of feelings because it was my first time to be in Roma, to be in the Vatican, and Alex's as well, and we weren't know that we are at the right place, so we just see around where are antennas.
Entonces, Francesco les dio la dirección a ellos. Ellos se montaron en un taxi, pero estaban muy nerviosos porque nunca han estado en Roma, nunca han estado en el Vaticano, pero tenían esas sensaciones en el estómago. Y bueno, al llegar ahí y ver las antenas y la torre, los nervios se calmaron un poco.
Yes, maybe yes. On the photo, you can see Alex, Francesco, and me. It was our only together picture because we were alone and no one take a photo of us. So it was one selfie for memories.
Esta es no había más nadie, solamente estaban ellos tres en la estación. Así que tuvo que ser un selfie, pero aquí tienen a Alex, Francesco y Marija aquí en el is this the roof of the Vatican? The
Yes.
station? Es
Yes.
ahí en la azotea donde está la estación del Vaticano.
Yes, you can't imagine how beautiful view is from the top of the roof of Vatican. It's really amazing. You can see almost all Roma. That really, I don't have a lot of pictures. The reason is because I forget to take photos. I was just enjoying in that moment, and yeah, but everything is in my head, but unfortunately not the photos.
Ella estuvo muy ella indica que la vista desde el techo ahí es impresionante, puedes ver toda Roma y bueno, con la emoción se le olvidó tomar muchas fotos desde arriba, así que les pido disculpas por eso, pero dice que la vista es una preciosidad.
I was very, very excited and thrilled, and I didn't realize that we actually do it and that we are really in the Vatican, and that was time that we should start to be QRV.
Ella dijo, estaba emocionada porque nunca pensó que el sueño de transmitir desde el Vaticano se iba a dar Y en ese momento se dio cuenta que, bueno, tenemos que comenzar a hacer QSOs.
Yes. In the background, you can see antennas. That was antennas from the previous photos. So yeah, antennas are not too huge, but they're on the really great location, and yeah, they work perfect.
Well, that's a nice stepper. So that's a very nice antenna. So let me tell this,
Yeah.
translate this real quick. Ahí pueden ver la torre y las antenas, que ella dice que no son muy grandes las antenas, pero esa es una 3 elementos de la stepper. Y bueno, como todo radioaficionado, uno ve las antenas y se emociona demasiado.
Before we enter the ham radio shack, Francesco just shortly describe us a little bit about the equipment and what we will use, and just to be sure that everything will be fine and not be destroyed.
Antes de entrar a la estación del Vaticano, Francesco les dio una charla de qué esperar, de cómo los equipos, qué equipos iban a tener, cómo operar los equipos, más que todo para tener seguridad y que bueno, que mantener los equipos que no se dañaran.
Okay, so here you can see just a little bit of the radio equipment. Please don't ask me which radio station, which amplifier, because I don't remember anything of that.
Aquí pueden ver una foto de los radios y de los equipos, que por favor no le pregunten qué modelo de radio es, porque con la emoción no se acuerdan mucho de los modelos, pero I think we can tell you which radios are those. I think that's a 756 Pro. I think that's a 9700, 9600, I think it is, and the amplifier is a TL 922A from Kenwood, if I'm not mistaken. Yo creo que esos los equipos ahí, nosotros que somos un poquito más curiosos, uno creo que es el 756 Pro, el otro creo que es el 9000, el 9000 creo que es el de para VHF, y el otro que está ahí al lado es el amplificador Kenwood, creo que es el TL922. Así que
okay, to be honest, I'm not an expert of ham radio equipment, especially of radio stations. I just want to know that it works, and that's only where I'm interested in.
Ella dice que ella no es experta en las marcas de radio, ella lo único que lo que quería era que todo funcionara.
Definitely.
No, non già eso at the Vatican.
That's right. That would be a sin.
Okay. And yeah, after a short conversation with Francesco about the radio equipment, we agreed that I will start operating on 40 meters. Yeah, on 40 meters. And it was about at 7:30 a.m. in the morning. In the morning we started.
Entonces, después de pocas conversaciones con Francesco, comenzó la operación y ya comenzó a operar en 40 metros a eso de las 7:30 de la mañana.
Maybe you can see a little bit more about the radio shack of the Vatican. There are a few stations and some more radio equipment. Also, there are some, but not in the picture. So yeah, you can just take a look.
Ahí pueden ver un poco, o mejor, la estación del Vaticano, los radios. Ahí pueden ver que tiene, ya a mí me extrañaba que no había un amplificador italiano, pero ahí lo pueden ver. Ahí tienen un expert amplificador ahí y pueden ver las cajas el expert es un amplificador italiano. Pueden ver las cajas para la stepper y por supuesto las QSLs y no puede faltar ahí un crucifijo en la pared.
I just want to add that when we entered the ham radio shack, and I immediately feel like I am here for years, and Francesco Francesco was very, very friendly and open for all questions to give us answers for everything. So it was a really one great moment, and I was enjoying from the first second spent with Francesco.
Ustedes se deben imaginar el momento que ella entró al chat de radio, las emociones que ella recibió, y bueno, estaba como todo, como ponerlo en criollo, en niños comiendo caramelos, realmente entrando ahí la emoción, pero Francesco le dio, ¿cómo se llama? Unas buenas charlas y la hizo sentir más confortable para poder operar desde ahí.
Yeah, and yeah, I started to operate it at 40 meters. I'm not sure. Do you know that at least in Europe we say that 40 meters is Italian band because there are always a lot of Italian stations.
Ella dice que comenzó a operar en 40 metros, pero ella dice que aparentemente 40 metros es oficialmente la banda italiana, porque está full italianos por todos lados. Pero yo creo que eso no es verdad, porque los que hemos estado en expediciones sabemos que ellos están en todas las bandas. I just want to let you know, Marija, some of us who have done expeditions, we all know the Italians are everywhere. They're not only on 40.
Everywhere. Okay, from my experience, not in Vatican, but generally in ham radio career, I know, but whenever bands are closed or you can't hear anything, just go to 40 meters and you will find some Italians operator talking. Yeah.
Ella dice que en su experiencia como radioaficionada, cuando las bandas están cerradas, ella puede probar que si hay propagación, si se va a 40 metros y escucha una estación italiana.
So yeah, I'm in the Vatican actually in Italy, and I will start to operate from 40 meters. It was just too logical at that moment.
Imagínate, está en Italia, está en el Vaticano, la cosa más lógica era comenzar a transmitir en 40 metros.
You can't imagine how many Italian stations calling me when I say the first CQ. I just say CQ. This is Hotel Victor Zero Alpha. Just one. I give a call sign just one time and tell again CQ, and they're almost a huge pile of Italian stations.
Ustedes no se pueden imaginar en el momento que ella hizo el primer llamado CQ, hizo un solo CQ, HV0 alfa, otra vez un CQ, y en ese momento el pilot gigantesco de italianos, imposible casi. O sea, algo que debíamos haber estado ahí para escucharlo.
It was really one of the moments that I will remember the whole my life. I didn't post anywhere that I will be QRV from that time or at that frequency, so that all people know where I will be. I just told that please check DX cluster and you will see some spots, so you will easily find me.
Ella no quiso anunciar cuándo iban a comenzar a operar, y es solamente lo que pasó que vean el cluster y verán cuando estoy activa, y más que todo para tener el momento sorpresa, y realmente fue una sorpresa que recibió.
And just on one CQ, I saw some spots on the X cluster, and the pile up started immediately. And yeah, a lot of Italian stations. So it was almost impossible to recognize and to just to listen for one call sign. So I started to do a split operation.
Ok, ustedes con un solo CQ y ponerlo en el cluster, el pilot que se produjo fue inmenso, casi imposible de entender. Y bueno, en ese momento decidió comenzar a que tenemos que ir en split porque no entiendo nada de lo que está sucediendo. Todos los que hemos estado en una expedición sabemos esa sensación.
To be honest, it was my first time that I worked a split operation, and I was not a little bit nervous, but very, very nervous. I wasn't. I didn't know that I will be able to handle this pilot. Yeah, it was my fear that I won't do it as I want to, how to. It should be. I don't know how to describe it better, but I was very nervous and just a big wish to be everything fine, that something will be opposite of that.
So, ella quería ser honesta con todos nosotros aquí. Fue su primera vez haciendo un cohesión split, los nervios de punta y teniendo el miedo que si no sabía, a lo mejor no podía controlar el pilot, tratando de que todos estuvieran contentos y bueno, y saber que el deseo de trabajar la estación de muchos estaba en su mente y eso la ponía un poco más nerviosa a la ocasión.
But Alex and Francesco were the biggest support, and they told me, Maria, everything is going to be fine. Just call CQ and do what you do every day.
Alex y Francesco fueron su soporte inmediato y lo único que le dijeron es, Marija, haz lo que tú haces todos los días y lo demás vendrá solo.
And yeah, and I did it. I called CQ again and just log as many as possible stations as fast as possible, because it was a really huge pileup. And in the first hour, I think that I have logged more than 100 Italian stations, just only Italian stations. Yeah.
Eso fue lo que hizo, llamarse Q y poner estaciones en el log. Ella piensa que en la primera hora tuvo más de 100 estaciones italianas en el log.
On 40 meters, I remember that we had not a huge QRM, but it was a QRM from other stuff, and yeah, a lot of Italian stations. So I just wanted to do some DX stations and to look some other country. So after maybe an hour of operating on 40 meters, I moved to 20 meters.
So, en 40 metros había mucho QRM, más que todo con los italianos, pero ya realmente quería hacer estaciones fuera de Italia. Entonces ahí decidió moverse a la banda de 20 metros.
And finally 20 meters, actually 20 meters is my favorite band, one of my favorites. And yeah, on 20 meters I had less QRM and less noisy. And it was a morning, maybe 9 a.m., 9 in the morning in Europe. So the conditions were that I was able to hear only European stations at that time.
Entonces, 20 metros es su banda favorita y a su sorpresa, menos QRM, menos ruido. Era a las 9 de la mañana en Europa y bueno, las conexiones realmente estaban solamente cerradas para trabajar en Europa en ese momento en 20 metros, pero
I remember I stayed actually at 20 meters for 3 hours without a little break, and I have logged a lot of European stations and almost all DX stations were from the North America.
Ella recuerda que se quedó en 20 metros por 3 horas y en el log muchas estaciones de Europa y estaciones del norte de Norteamérica.
After 3 or 4 hours, I moved to 17 meters because I saw that the band was open. So maybe I will do some more DX stations on upper bands.
Y después ahí se movió a la banda de 7, o más o menos 3 a 4 horas, porque pensó que ahí puede hacer más de X.
Yes, so I was working maybe for 5 hours without a break, and okay, I actually do it in a contest because I do 24 and 48 hours without a problem, but it was a pile-up that I can't imagine, I can't describe you how it was huge, and I really need a break. And I told Alex, Alex, it's your turn. So just start call CQ, and I will talk with Francesco.
Pues, de 5 horas sin parar, aunque para ella no hay ningún problema porque le gusta hacer muchos los concursos y ella sabe, pero en ese momento le dijo a Alex, es tu turno, déjame ir a tomarme un tiempo aquí y podemos hablar con Francesco.
Alex was operating on CW. He's an excellent CW operator. So microphone was mine and the key was his. So that was our agreement that we will do. I will do SSB and he CW.
So, el acuerdo fue que ella iba a hacer fonía y Alex iba a hacer telegrafía. Alex es un buen operador de telegrafía, así que ese fue el acuerdo mutuo de la expedición.
Alex was working on 17 meters, and then, if I remember well, he moved to 30 meters.
Él comenzó trabajando en 17 metros y después se movió a 30 metros.
He was working for 2 hours, and during that time, I was talking with Francesco because I wanted to know him better than only from emails and from the phone calls. So we used that time to know each other better and just to make some new contacts and our friendship to be on a higher level.
Esas 2 horas realmente las utilizó para hablar con Francesco, hacer una mejor conexión con él, agradecerle las oportunidades y bueno, hacer añadir más a la amistad.
In that conversation with Francesco, I actually realized how it's not easy to be a manager, to be the main person who handle with this Vatican call sign with this station. And yeah, I have a lot of respect for his work and for his all he do just for ham radio, and for all operators from around the world, and to give a chance to all of us that we are able to log Hotel Victor Zero Alpha.
En esa conversación, ella se dio cuenta que no es fácil ser el manager de la Estación del Vaticano, manejar los permisos, quién pueda operar, etc. Realmente ella entendió el respeto hacia la posición de Francesco, que lo único que hace es mantener esta estación para que todos tengamos un chance de tener el Vaticano en nuestros logs.
Yes, maybe just to edit, maybe it's not time to tell about this, but I will when I'm already here. You know that almost all the expeditions and the famous call signs, if you want to confirm the QSO, you need to send the QSL cards directly and just to put $3 or $4 for it.
All right, so ustedes todos saben que todas las expediciones necesitan para recibir su QSL hay que mandar una donación adentro, $2-3 aproximadamente, right?
Yes, and that money, okay, it's used for postage, but also for that equipment that someone operate from. You know, you have to pay bills, you have to maintain this ham radio shack, and everyone who has something, some equipment and radio, we all know that it's not. It is expensive, yes, and especially for that famous, just to tell, yeah, famous stations that we want to work. So all of that money, it's not a waste of money. It is used on just the right way it should be.
Todos sabemos lo duro que es mantener una estación, pagar las cuentas, montar antenas, lo caro que es mantener todo esto. Y todo, o sea, que todas las donaciones que se envían hacia la estación del Vaticano es reusado para mantener la estación del Vaticano.
From that day, I had more respect for all people who handle with that station, or for the expeditions, or for everyone who do something for ham radio hobby on that way.
En ese momento, ella ha tenido más respeto a los que somos managers, a los que manejan, a la gente que maneja estaciones, para poder saber la responsabilidad que es poder tener todos estos equipos y estas operaciones activas, y el trabajo que se toma para tener todo esto a fines para nosotros.
Yeah. And after my conversation with Francesco, I again came to the ham radio shack and tell Alex, please, Alex, my turn now. You do enough.
Después de haber hablado con Francesco un buen tiempo, como toda buena dama radioaficionada, le dijo a Alex, ok, es mi turno de nuevo, y volvió a tomar el micrófono.
Yes, so it was really very fun to operate, and finally, I was operating maybe for 1 or 2 hours, and then we finished our expedition.
Y bueno, fue un placer realmente volver a agarrar el micrófono y operar. Y bueno, después de 1 o 2 horas terminaron su expedición.
Finally, actually, when we checked our log, we realized that we were on the air for 7 hours and 20 minutes.
Cuando ellos finalmente chequearon el log, se dieron cuenta que estuvieron en el aire por 7 horas, 20 minutos.
And the total sum of our QSO were 964.
Y un total de QSOs aproximadamente 964 QSOs en el log.
707 QSOs on SSB.
How many?
707. 707.
Wow, look at that number. En fonías 707.
And Alex did on a CW 257.
Y en telegrafía con Alex hizo 257. I think we know who had more fun doing radio in the station.
Definitely. And yeah, our QSO rate was 2.22 QSO per hour.
El rate, se llama, el averaje de QSO fueron aproximadamente 2.22 por hora. Yo creo que aquí nos damos cuenta quién fue la persona que tuvo más diversión haciendo los QSOs ahí en el Vaticano.
And maybe a lot of ham radio operators will tell me now that, oh, okay, Maria, it's not too many. I know it's not a lot of QSOs because every contest, contest, I really logged a lot of QSOs, but it was my first experience at the famous station, and I was a little bit nervous in the beginning, and all of that mix of emotions. So yeah, but 964 QSOs were pretty fine. We were
Yeah.
satisfied.
Absolutely. Ella dice que a lo mejor los estándares de la radioafición, 964 QSO no son muchos, pero mira, para hacer su primera experiencia en una estación famosa y con los nervios, ella piensa que 974 es un número bastante grande. And it is, Marija. It's hats off. I mean, all of us have been in expeditions.
How
One
many
QSO.
days? How many days was operated?
Marija, how many days you operated?
How many days? Just the one afternoon. Just one
Oh,
afternoon, one day, yeah.
Just one afternoon. Imagínate, 964 QSOs en una sola, ella lo dice así tan calmada, en una sola tarde.
Yeah, so, oh, sorry.
That's an amazing number for an afternoon.
Yes, actually, I was very happy that we were able to just to realize and to enter the Vatican City because of a lot of obstacles that we had before the realized expedition.
Ella lo que estaba mucho más emocionada por haber entrado a la ciudad del Vaticano con todas las trabas que se habían presentado.
And with a huge, I have a huge respect to Francesco, who has a lot of obligations, a lot of work and business, and he dedicated the whole day just to Alex and me. So it's really, I was very, very honored and proud.
Ella dice que tiene la más grande admiración a Francesco, porque imagínense, dejó su trabajo y le dedicó todo el día a ellos ahí para que estuvieran al 100% ahí en el Vaticano.
So yes, that was our story from the Ham Radio Shack, and after being on the air, we visited Francesco at his home, and we continue to talk about everything, about ham radio, about life, about everything that we should. So Francesco is a really, really great man, and he became one of my very important friends in life.
Bueno, y después del día se fueron a la casa de Francesco y continuaron hablando de radio y hablando de la vida. Como todos sabemos, la radioafición abre las puertas a todos nosotros, y realmente Francesco se ha convertido en un buen amigo hacia ella ahora.
That day, that 17th September, yes, it will be one of the best day in the life, and I'm sure that I will remember it the whole life. And yes, I would really like to do it again if it be possible, maybe in the future. Now I have more experience, and I will handle it with a pile of better than that I did.
Dice que el 17 de septiembre es una memoria que nunca se le va a olvidar, y que bueno, que en el futuro espera que esta experiencia le ayude, y que bueno, los próximos pal-ups serán mucho mejores que este. You did a great job, Marija. Don't sell yourself short.
Thank you. And Francesco told me that I'm the only while in the last 20 years that entered the Vatican and this ham radio shack. So it was really incredible. I didn't believe it him at first.
Francesco le dijo a ella que ella es la primera dama en los últimos 20 años que entraba a la estación del Vaticano. Wow.
Yeah, actually that made me very proud, and I was very very honored, and yeah, that feeling was very good.
Saber esa información la hizo sentir el orgullo de representar a las mujeres radioaficionadas en el mundo, y tener ser una de las primeras damas de poder operar de una estación tan importante.
Yeah, just to see yes, maybe you can see antennas better from that direction.
Mhm.
If there are some radio expert to describe antennas,
That's because
please.
I can tell you that I had the same antenna as a stepper. That's a 3-element stepper with a 40 and 30-minute trombone. Esa antena la tuve yo. Esa antena es la 3 elementos de la stepper con el trombón de 40 y 30 metros. Y arriba creo que es una para 6 metros y una para 2 metros. I think the one above it is for 6 meters and one right above that one is for 2 meters, I think. And I can see some dipoles hanging from the tower.
Antennas work excellent because actually the location of antenna are pretty good. It's on a good high, and yeah, you have a great signal from that.
And on the bottom there, it's written, I think, in Latin, Mariana transmitted from this check. It's written like that.
No,
What is written? On the bottom, there's something in Latin written, right?
Yes, it is, but I don't know what.
No, it's written, Mariana, okay, Marija transmitted from this check today.
I get
Okay.
So can you see the dome from up there, from St. Peter's from up there?
Actually, no. Actually, no. Just to see if I have some more photos. Yeah, after the expedition, after the expedition, Alex and I were just be good tourists and to learn something about the Rome culture and about the Roma. It was a really very nice and wonderful trip. I recommended everyone who are able just to come to Italy. Italy is a really beautiful country, and city Roma is now one of my favorite, but really it's very interesting, and it's like a museum on open museum. You don't need to go something to galleries and museums to see something, but all streets and all buildings are actually a museum. So
Ella dice que realmente Italia es un país muy bello. Roma es una de sus ciudades favoritas. Realmente es como un museo totalmente abierto. Las calles tienen tantas historias y los edificios cuentan, son bellísimos. Así que ella realmente dice que todos tenemos que ir a Roma. Como dicen, todos los caminos nos llevan a Roma. You know, in Spanish we say, all streets will take you to Rome. So,
I like it. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Alex and I we stayed in Roma for some few days just to explore around, and yeah, that was our expedition.
y bueno, y Alex llega, se quedan unos cuantos días más por Roma y esa fue su expedición.
Just to see. Yes.
Oh, look
After
at
that, I put this slide on the presentation. It was it's not the first time that my article is in a CQ magazine, but definitely the first on a cover page. And I'm not sure if it will be again somewhere in the future, but it will be a great memory from that trip.
Y por supuesto, ella ha escrito mucho para revista CQ, pero nunca pensó que su foto iba a ser parte de la portada principal de la revista. Una memoria que se da ahora para toda la vida.
Actually, I sent an article to editor of CQ magazine, but no one told me that I will be on the cover photo. And when I saw it, I was, wow, if someone is joking with me or it's for life, for real.
Ella dice que ella le mandó el artículo a la gente de la CQ y nunca pensó que iban a hacerla en la portada, iba a participar en la portada principal de ahí de la revista.
Yeah, so you can find an article, my article, on the January issue of CQ magazine. Yeah, so if some of you would like to read it, or if you are not a subscriber of CQ Amateur Radio magazine, I can forward you article, so everyone who is interested can read it.
Los que están suscritos a la revista CQ pueden conseguir el artículo aquí, y si no están suscritos, manden un mensaje a su email y ya les mandaría una copia.
Yes, so that's all that I wanted to to tell now. So if you have any questions, or if
Yes, I'm sure we will.
If you want to know something more about some details, just feel free to ask me.
Bueno, todo el cuento de esta operación desde el Vaticano, y así que ahorita vamos a abrir el foro a preguntas. Marija, thank you so much. You did a great job.
Thank you. I'm very satisfied. It's my pleasure that you invited me to share this experience. I actually really like to share my stories from hobby, and to learn something from others, because I think I'm still pretty young and I have a lot to learn, and I really appreciate everything from my older friends, ham radio friends, who teach me everything.
Yeah. So let's go ahead. Again, thank you so much for coming and doing this for us. And we do this every Saturday, and we rotate around, and we're always looking for people. And when I read your article, I said to Ramon, let me reach out to her. And mostly because we have some history with the Vatican. As you saw, we had a member of our group. He went SK a couple of years ago, but he was the ambassador to the Vatican. So we knew some of the stories behind the stations there firsthand through Reynaldo. So and we always have heard the station on the air, and it's always nice to see the insights of it, and
Yes.
especially from somebody who was the first YA on 20 years to do it. I said we had to bring her into the show. So thank you so much, Marija. So with that said, let me go ahead and open up the microphones to the rest of the people. I'm sure that a lot of people are going to ask a question, so I'll try my best to do the translation.
Thank you for to be translator today.
No
I really
problem.
hope that maybe in life I will learn Spanish. I see a lot of advantages of learning Spanish.
My Venezuelan friends asked me to relearn it again because apparently I'm losing it too. So we'll get there eventually.
Really? Okay.
Bueno, y con esta quisiera abrir los micrófonos. Levanten sus manos para hacer cualquier tipo de preguntas a Marija, y yo voy a hacer lo más posible poder ¿cómo se llama? Traducir. A ver, ¿quién es la primera persona? Cosme, Ecualfatea Estanco Bravo. Buenos días.
Buenos días. Hi, Marija. Thank you very much to share of your experience with all of us. I would like to ask, what was your feelings to be behind a big pull-up, and also how to handle it?
Well, actually,
excuse me. Maybe let you translate to Spanish to the rest of the people. Sorry.
Okay.
Primero quería agradecer a Marija compartir con nosotros toda su experiencia, y le he querido preguntar qué sentimientos tenía estar detrás de un pull-up y cómo lo gestionó, ¿no? So go ahead, Marija, please.
Thank you. On the first question, actually, I realized that I did it maybe 10 days after the expedition because it was a mix of a lot of emotions, and I was very I don't know really the word in English to describe it. It was really from everything, and yes, but I was very proud, and it was one of the best feeling in ham radio hobby that I have experienced so far.
Realmente yo creo que la emoción, Cosme, se le ve en la cara, ¿no?
Sí.
Esa emoción de ser la primera dama radioaficionada en 20 años de tomar el micrófono ahí en el Vaticano. O sea, esa sonrisa de oreja a oreja lo dice todo.
And how you handle
And
the collab?
other question, yes. Other part of the question is actually I have a lot of experience in a contest, and so that's one of thing that I learned through years. And yes, so that contest skills give me a lot of advantages how to handle a big pilot from Hotel Victor Zero Alpha. I tried to do my best to listen carefully, to remember at least two connected letters from one call sign. Even it was very difficult, and even in a split operation, you have a few call signs at the same frequency. So I can say that I did the best I can in that moment, and every other time, every other day, it only improves and improves. So yeah.
Yo creo que rápidamente, yo creo que ella es muy modesta porque realmente manejar este pilot a este nivel como lo hizo ella, yo me quito el sombrero. I think you're very modest about your how you handle this pilot, because I think you did the best among all of us around here. So we're very proud of you, Marija, on that.
Thank you. Alex and Francesca told me a few times, Maria, slowly, please, because other people can't listen so fast. And I was okay, but I want to log as many as possible QSOs. And they told me, yes, that's okay way to think about that, but other people need to recognize that you call them. So yeah.
Ella dijo que Francesco le había dicho baja la velocidad porque estaba muy emocionada, pero realmente yo creo que eso le ayudó mucho a ella a hacer esa activación. Vamos a ver, tienes la mano levantada, pero no tienes el indicativo en el Zoom. No sé quién es. HMD Global Nokia.
Sí, saludos, es Carlos Roy, WP4AOH.
Hey, Carlos, ¿cómo es tu indicativo?
WP4AOH, Whiskey Papa 4 Alpha Oscar Hotel.
Listo. Es más fácil para yo poder verla. Adelante, bienvenido a...
Entonces.
Bienvenido a Hablemos de Radio.
Sí, bienvenido. Hi, Maria. I have one question for you. Are there any ARRL members in the Serbian radio club?
ARRL are members. In my radio club, no, but maybe in other clubs from Serbia, yes. I'm not sure.
Are you an ARRL member?
I am, yes, I am. I am, thanks to Mitch, Kilo Hotel 6 Mexico, who had a big wish for me to become a member of ARRL.
Okay, and have you submitted any articles in the past for the QST magazine to the ARRL?
Yes, I have received it for almost 2 years.
Okay, great. Glad to know. I am part of the ARRL Puerto Rico section. Puerto Rico is a small island in the Caribbean, and we are part of the Southeastern Division. I am a subscriber to you on both Instagram and Facebook, as well as YouTube. So congratulations on your excellent job on social media, promoting amateur radio, especially between young amateurs, and also for all you do on radio at the Radio Club of Serbia, and for the Flora, Fauna, and Parks on the Air programs too.
Thank you, really. I really appreciate it, and it means a lot to me when I have a feedback from others, and it gives me more energy and motivates me to continue to do what I'm doing. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you for sharing your experience with us today.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Same as to me. Back to the chat.
Ok. Muchas gracias ahí a Enrique.
Hello, Maria, again.
Hi.
Okay. Well, first of all, as everybody says, congratulations, but I don't know, probably after that, you realize what you did, what great you did, because beyond the fact that you work a special call sign, you are a young lady, you have also operated the 105th most wanted DXCC entity, okay, and people were looking after you. This is the point, okay? Many people got in touch with your entity for the first time. It was an ethno. So you did, beyond that, a great service for everyone that was looking for you, and you did it great. Okay, clapping my hands.
Thank you.
My question is, two little questions. First, because of this pileup, okay, for sure, you know, people speak over your transmission. It was almost impossible. So you took more time to select which was the right station to pick up. Okay. Did you operate split? Was it thought to be to speak on split basis in order to make it easier the job for you? This was the first question. The second question, excuse me, because I do not know that. Is there any religious in Vatican that has his own license, not the station, own license? Any religious has an own license that I personally don't know. We know about, okay, some people, but not that the religious have their own, and they sometimes they go into the station and practice. It's a silly question, but something curiosity. These were my two questions.
Will it translate or I can answer now?
Enrique, ¿lo puedes decir en español rapidito tu pregunta para que la gente lo entienda?
Ah, bien. Sí, la primera yo le dijo que ella hizo un hecho importantísimo, que a pesar del indicativo especial del Vaticano y también por ser una mujer en la radio, que ya es un hecho, ¿no? Que ella operó la estación número 105 de las más deseadas en DXCC y que esto fue un gran hecho, ¿ok? Después yo hizo la pregunta, dos partes. Por la operación, con tanta gente queriendo hablar con ella, si no era más interesante haber una operación split, porque cuando no hay operación split, todo habla al mismo tiempo cuando ella quiere identificar la estación. Y la segunda pregunta es si ella tiene algún conocimiento de algún religioso dentro del Vaticano que es un radiooperador.
Okay, I hope I didn't forget the questions.
We'll help you out.
On the second question, I'm really not sure if there is some other call signs that they have. I really don't know. Maybe I can find that information on the internet and let you know later. At the moment, I'm not sure. And the first question, or if would you like to translate and I will answer? Okay.
La segunda pregunta, ella realmente no sabe si hay alguien actualmente dentro del Vaticano que tenga una licencia para poder transmitir de la estación. Pero ella va a tratar de averiguar y si encuentra información nos deja saber.
Yes, and the first part of the question about the split operation. I was operating a split and I told others, please, from 5 to 10 up. 5 to 10 up, please. And that was my first time to do a split operation, because actually I didn't do it before. I didn't need to do it, so that was the first time, and I think that I did it too well. it was. But if I didn't answer you, please.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
You did it. Thank you so much.
Thank
Sí.
you. Thank you.
Marija dice que sí, trató de ser 5 a 10 arriba. Sí, pero fue su primera vez haciendo una operación split y que por favor disculpen si no pudo, si no trabajó a nadie, pero realmente trató lo mejor posible con las condiciones que tenía. So, thanks, Marija. Let me see, let's see, el rey de Gales.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Marija. Pleased to meet you. Thank you for coming today. Esteban, por favor, ¿puedes preguntarle a ella acerca de sus orígenes en la radio? ¿Cómo llegó a ser radioaficionado?
Oye, pero
Y dos, si hay
allá
algún proyecto, hay alguna idea acerca de, por ejemplo, ir con RAIS a otros radioaficionados jóvenes, hacer alguna activación.
So Mr. Carlos, who lives in Gales, and I don't know when you ask it in English, but I'll ask for him.
Okay.
He wants to know, what was it's a two-part question, so I'll start with the first one. What was your beginning on the radio?
How was my beginning?
Yeah, on ham radio.
Generally in a hobby, on ham radio. I didn't begin with the radio station. Actually, I came to this hobby by amateur radio direction finding, ARDF. I'm not sure if you know about that. What is ARDF? If you know, that's my first love in this hobby. And 2 years after, I actually realized the radio stations in my radio club, and then I wanted to pass the exam and to get my ham radio license. And since 2015, yeah, wow, 8 years now. And
Wow.
I'm a ham radio operator. Yeah.
Ella realmente no comenzó con la radio, ella comenzó haciendo en el club que buscaba señales con el
Fox hunting.
Como fox hunting.
Fox hunting, yes, yes.
Y bueno, y 2 años después se dio cuenta que existía este hobby de la radiofusión, y en el 2015 tomó el examen y se hizo radioaficionada. Así que realmente comparado con los dinosaurios que estamos aquí, I just take my hat off. I just turned 34 years as a ham operator. Ramon has been 50 years, and I'm sure he'll talk about that. I am so impressed by what you did in such short time. So hats off.
And what is the second part of the question?
La segunda parte de la pregunta, Carlos.
Es acerca de si algún plan para hacer GL expediciones, hay otras radioaficionadas jóvenes por allí.
Marija,
si hay algún plan con respecto a eso, activación o algo.
Do you have any plans to do another YL expedition only, like with Raisa? I think you know her. She's from
Sure.
Russia.
Yes.
And get together with another YL. And I'm sure we have Carolina here too, so I'm sure we can hook you guys up together and do a YL expedition. Any plans?
That will be really one of the big thing in our hobby. I really hope that one day we will realize it. For now, we are waiting for some better days and to know where. And I really hope that everything will finish as soon as possible, and that we will have a peace on our world. And after that, maybe we can try to organize something. I'm very satisfied, and I'm sure that we will do it very good, and that a lot of people and a lot of ham radios will support us. So that is one of the things that we are looking forward to.
Bueno, como le entendiste, realmente ella está pensando, sí, a lo mejor en un futuro, pero ahorita como están las cosas en el mundo, para no entrar en detalles, ya ustedes saben cómo están las cosas en ese lado del mundo, pero sí, puede ser un proyecto muy interesante que se puede realizar eventualmente. And with that, let me give you a entrance to the one and only Carolina.
Thank you.
Carolina.
Okay, Marija. My English is not very good, okay?
No te
No
preocupes,
problem.
yo te ayudo.
No
Okay.
problem, no problem.
Okay, you already say everything excellent. Congratulations, Marija, okay? For your age, you have a beautiful innocence, and it did make me happy and proud as a young Lima that you have operated from the Vatican. Good?
Thank you.
The adrenaline we feel is an expedition operator is indescribable. One moment. You already answered the question I was going to ask about your star on the radio, Marija. Thank you very much. Only for operator, okay? Excellent, good.
Thank you very much, dear Carolina. It really means a lot to me, and I am so happy to see other wiles in that hobby. Actually, I don't know why there are only maybe few % of ham radio operators are wiles. I think that some we really need to do something to introduce some more wiles into the hobby. I don't know why there are not more wiles. There is no reason. Because I really enjoyed that hobby, and it's really for as well as for men and for women. I don't know why they're not so interested, but I will try to change it step by step. But we can do a lot during the years.
Carolina, ¿quieres explicar tu pregunta en español?
Ok, no, que me siento como, o sea, para su edad, primeramente, por supuesto, felicitaciones, porque todo lo que explicó fue excelente. La felicité por su corta, o por su edad, porque tiene creo que 29 años, que tiene una inocencia, y me da felicidad y orgullo como Yankee Lima, que ella haya operado desde el Vaticano, ¿no? Y que la adrenalina que sentimos como operadoras en una expedición es indescriptible, y no me imagino lo que ella pudo haber sentido, o sí me lo puedo imaginar. Le di las gracias, y ya la respuesta, una pregunta que le iba a hacer se la hizo Carlos, que era sus comienzos en la radio, ¿no? Y por ser Yankee Lima, me siento muy orgullosa por ella y por representarnos a todas en el Vaticano.
Por supuesto. Así que realmente es un honor tenerla ahí aquí con nosotros. Adelante, Ramón.
Está Rob primero.
Rob, sorry, Rob. I didn't, my screen moved around. So, Rob, welcome. You need to unmute yourself.
Yeah, very good morning. You hear me okay now?
Yeah, I hear you. You're fine now.
Good. Very good morning, and hello, Maria, and congratulations on your operation of the Vatican. I was able to copy you here in Ontario, Canada on 17 meters, but unable to break the pile up. I did record you, and that was about as much as I could do. And just also wanted to let the group know that Maria is actually part of a YL, international YL and youth group with our club here in Canada. And she, along with, we have now 8 YLs and 4 youths that are part of the group. And we operate through my station using call sign Victor Alpha 3 Yankee Lima radio. And Maria operated the first time last year about this time. She did very, very well. And others in our group is YL Raisa is in our group, and the newest member is Eva, Hotel Bravo 9, Fox Papa Mike. She's a well-known Summits on the Air activator from Switzerland. And anyway, it was great having Maria in our group, and she also brought in 3 young operators from her club in Serbia, and they operated as well. So we had quite a wonderful operation on the air, and we're actually doing one again tomorrow. But anyway, it's not. I'm not taking over here. Just wanted to let people know about that. And Maria is certainly an important part of our group. Anyway, over to you, Maria.
Will someone translate to in Spanish? Okay, then I will. Sorry.
I can do it. Rob indica que María es parte de un grupo nuevo que ellos tienen allá en Canadá, de gente joven y de mujeres operando remotamente, y ella es parte de ese nuevo enclave, de la nueva generación que está entrando aquí a la radio, y el programa de Rob es lo que tienes que hacer. Hey, Rob, you got to sign up Carolina as well into your YL group. You know that, right? Got right here,
down. Absolutely. Just she can send me an email through v3pcp@gmail.com.
¿Anotaste, Carolina?
No, disculpen porque me llamaron por teléfono. I'm sorry. Repeat.
Rob tiene un grupo con un grupo de mujeres radioaficionadas que está para promocionar el deporte de la radio. Así que para que te pongas en contacto con él, para que te añadas a ese club de muchachas.
Ok, pero déjame anotar acá cuál es el indicativo para escribirle.
Víctor Eco 3, Papa Charlie Papa.
Okay. Thank you, Rob.
You're welcome. I've got you pulled up on QRZ. I can send you an invitation as well.
Ella te va a mandar la invitación, tiene tu información de QRZ.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Rob. I know you recorded me, and it was first YouTube video at YouTube from Fatal Victor Zero Alpha, and I share it in my Facebook site. And yes, I'm very proud to be a part of Victor Alpha 3 Yankee Lima Radio, and now Carolina will join as well. It's a very nice program, and it has a lot of perspective in the future, and that's one of the way how to motivate more whiles to join to our hobby. So thank you very Rob, to you as well to do it for our community generally.
Realmente le está dando las gracias a Rob por todo lo que ha hecho por la comunidad de las muchachas en el aire. Y bueno, ella puso el video de la comunicación de ella en su página de Facebook. Y Rob, do you have that video on your YouTube page somewhere? If you do, you send me a link, or you can put it in the chat below, and we'll.
Yeah, I've got my YouTube channel is just look for VE3PCP, okay. And we have a number of YL videos, including Raisa. She actually got her Canadian call sign end of last year. So she has Victor Ocean 1 Bravo India Golf, and she's operated through my station a couple times with that call sign. So those videos are up there as well. And she also helped to operate on December the 12th from Victor Ocean 1 Alpha Alpha at Signal Hill in Newfoundland, which is the site of the first Marconi transatlantic reception. So that video is up there as well. We did a live stream that day.
Hey, Rob, we have a we had a talk about that operation. We had one of our YB friends actually visited the location and showed some photos of the place. So we had to talk about that years ago, about a year or so ago. So I'll send that to you later on, Rob. Pero si ustedes quieren ver el video de Marija, busquen la página de Rob en YouTube, Victor Cortés Papa Charlie Papa, y van a ver toda la información que él tiene también sobre las otras operaciones de las muchachas en el aire. Y el programa que se está tratando de ayudar. Indicó que Raisa ya sacó su indicativo canadiense, y muchas de ellas están operando a través de la estación remota en la estación de Rob. Así que busquen su canal de YouTube para que vean más información. Ramón, adelante.
Good afternoon to you, Maria. First of all, my congratulations for your effort in promoting amateur radio. I'm very pleased to see your enjoyment and satisfaction in your experience at the Vatican. And as human, feelings and emotions distinguish us from the rest of the species. Hearing a female voice on the air on an special DX station must be very exciting for you and for the rest of the pilot. So for you, please keep your enthusiasm in amateur radio. Thank you very much.
Translating in Spanish.
Ramón,
Okay.
dilo en español para que no.
Okay. Bueno, en primer lugar, felicitaba a María por su esfuerzo en promocionar la radioafición. Muy contento de apreciar su entusiasmo y satisfacción al contar su experiencia en el Vaticano. Y le decía que como ser humano, tenemos que los sentimientos y las emociones nos distinguen de las otras especies y que escuchar una voz femenina en el aire trabajando en una estación rara, pues es emocionante no solo para ella, sino para el resto de Pailop y también le motivaba a mantener su entusiasmo por la radio. Muchas gracias.
Thank you so much, really. Thank you. I appreciate all feedback from everyone. I really enjoyed it, what I'm doing, and in all part of this hobby. At the moment, maybe I don't have a lot of time for ham radio because of my studies. That's a priority at the moment. But actually, I'm here, and I do a lot of things. And maybe it's not visible for you, and it's not on a social media, but I do a lot, and more than it's visible for all, for ham radio community and generally for hams from other countries, because my priority is to promote this hobby, okay, everywhere. But generally, I need to focus to my country, because that's something that I can do directly, to go to schools, to teach young people, to spend time with them. And it's not always possible to share all of these pictures, feelings, to write articles about that and share. I actually do it when I have time to do it, and just to post some on my sites, Facebook, Instagram, no way, on YouTube as well. But yeah, it's a lot of work, and it's not always easy to work alone. I'm so happy that I'm not alone, and there are very important part of this to introduce someone to ham radio is that you have other friends who are also interested to teach young people. And if you're alone, maybe you will not be motivated so long, and maybe it will be boring in years. So yeah, I have a great team. I am a part of a great team, so it's not my team. We are just one big family, my radio club, and we do together a lot of things, and yeah, for benefit for our hobby.
Realmente ella en estos momentos no tiene muchos tiempos para dedicar a la radio, dedicado a sus estudios. Todos los que hemos pasado por eso lo sabemos. Pero realmente hacer mucho lo que es visible, tratar de hacer mucho lo que es la radioafición detrás de las cámaras. Realmente su prioridad es promover el hobby, ¿no? Pasar información, más que todo en las redes sociales, ¿no? Y para eso también se dedica mucho trabajo. Y es mucho trabajo también, y es muy importante introducir a la gente nueva a la radio, Pero lo bueno es que es parte de un grupo de su club que está motivando a la gente a ser parte de esta familia grande y los beneficios de la radioafición. Let's see.
Can I add one more thing?
You sure can.
Thank you. And the moment I'm organizing a camp for youngsters from my country, it will be a summer camp for them. And it's important because if you have already have some young people into the hobby, you need to make new activities so they will continue to be motivated to stay into the hobby. It's one very important thing. So it's not difficult to get a license. So almost everyone can do it. But what to do after to get a license? How to stay into the hobby? That's a very important. It's a very important and a big question that maybe we should think more about that. Yeah, I can talk about it for a long. Maybe it could be some other meeting as well. But we need to focus what after get a license, not how to get it, but what after to get it, because a lot of there are many licenses that actually you have many call signs, but how many call signs are still active? So it's a big difference.
Okay. Ella ahorita está organizando un campamento de verano para jóvenes. Y ella dice que esto es muy importante no solamente para enseñar lo que es la radioafición, pero sino también enseñar lo que son las actividades de la radioafición, que es lo que sucede después que conseguimos la licencia. Porque hay muchas actividades que todos sabemos que podemos hacer aquí y es muy difícil encontrar a alguien que te guíe. Entonces, una de las prioridades que ya tiene este verano es hacer eso, es inculcar a esa gente nueva, a esos jóvenes, pensar más allá de solamente obtener la licencia, ¿no? ¿Qué hacer después de tener la licencia? ¿Qué hacer después que te dan tus indicativos? Y así ayudar a crecer más la radioafición. That's a wonderful, wonderful summer camp you're going to have there, Marija. It's a great idea. And if you need any help, we're here to help you out. So, and with that, I will let Mr. Enrique.
Yeah. Extending on this line, okay, Maria, it's in my thinking, one of the highest points of radio is working with the imaginarium. Okay, I get in touch with you, I can imagine where you are, what is surrounding you. Okay, we just think about, but we are not there. So this is one thing that when we start to get in touch with all around the world. And the second point is when you think, oh, one day I would like to be in Serbia because it must be a nice place to be. Okay, and so when we work with Imaginarium, this moves our motivation because you get in touch with every year, but you're not there. And the second point is, I want to be there one day. Okay, it's interesting. Okay,
yes.
on this line, if you think on this line, okay, let's work. Now you got the virus of the expeditionary, okay? You are the expeditionary person also beyond all these summer camp and thing. For sure, it's in your mind now, in your imaginary, because first you realize your wish to be in Vatican, okay? And now you want to have another objective, okay? To be in another expedition somewhere else, okay? And to continue with this wish, with these challenges, okay? You started with this very early. Congratulations. Which is your next step? Where is your wish? When you want to be in any expedition? Have you think about? Mi pregunta fue la siguiente, que en la radio se trabaja mucho con el imaginario, ¿no? Yo estoy acá en casa y entro en contacto con un lugar muy lejano de acá y me imagino cómo es el lugar lindo que está en el otro lado, ¿no? Y algún día me gustaría estar por allá. Esto que mueve un poco esto también, esta motivación de nosotros radioaficionados, ¿no? Entonces, yo pregunté a ella si está en la mente de ella también algún otro lugar, que ahora que ella empezó con esta cuestión de expedition, de estar en algún otro sitio para realizar de nuevo un sueño, porque ya realizó el primer sueño de estar en Vaticano. Esta fue la pregunta.
Wow. First, thank you. Then, yes, I could think about it for a lot of times. What are my big wishes into this hobby? Yes, definitely. I would like to be a part of some more the expeditions. Nothing more, nothing extreme, but just to enjoy. I don't like a lot of pressure, and I like to, how to describe it good. I like to enjoy in every moment, just to feel that time and every QSO, to enjoy in every contact. I don't like a pressure, so you have to do that until that or so on. So that's not my way, not my lifestyle. And yes, so to be a part of some expeditions, it will be very good, or just to realize some on myself. So we will see what future comes. Yeah, but I hope that you will not understand, that you will not forget to translate it. Or okay, you can translate it, then I will continue.
Okay.
Just to add something more.
Realmente sería muy emocionante esa parte de una expedición, pero ella realmente no quiere una expedición muy grande, sino quiere atraer una expedición donde puedas tener un poquito de diversión. Así que, y poder disfrutar todos los QSOs. I think we can take you to one of our expeditions and you'll enjoy every single QSO, that's for sure.
Yes, I would really like to be a part of some of the expeditions. It will be very interesting, and but you have some maybe more experience than I actually have. Although I can say for myself that I'm a pretty good operator with a lot of hours on the air. Actually, a lot of my QSOs are done out of contests, because I do QSOs when I have time, or and yes, during the COVID and during the pandemic, I didn't do anything except being on the air every day for hours and hours. And I think that time gives me a lot of experience and motivated me to continue to do good things in that hobby. And actually, okay, sorry, you can. Sorry.
Realmente sería una buena, interesante experiencia. Realmente ella es una buena operadora, pero realmente más QSOs la pueden ayudar. Y ahorita con los estudios está tratando de balancear, hacer esos QSOs cuando tiene tiempo, pero realmente durante COVID, estar en el aire fue una bendición, y eso le dio la oportunidad de tener esa experiencia para poder ser los pilots.
As actually, this hobby gives me a lot. I see a lot of advantages to being ham radio. Not only a lot of contacts from around the world, but really many real friends, real and valuable friendships from other countries and other continents. Also some opportunities to career, job, and work. I know I will be a biomedical engineering, and I have already know some ham radios who are also biomedical engineers, and we talk about that we know each other for years, and I really see ham radio community like one big family, and that we are connected in a special way. And yes, at least today, this evening, afternoon, I'm enjoying a lot. I have feeling that I know all of you for years, and although we see each other the first time, the most of you first time, but it is something special in the air when we talk about ham radio, and every conversation between ham radio operators are really very great.
Ella dice que este hobby le ha dado muchas oportunidades, no solamente a los contactos, pero también a los amigos que se hacen en la radio alrededor del mundo. Hasta oportunidades de trabajo. En sus estudios ha conocido a otros estudiantes de ingeniería que son radioaficionados, y esto ha abierto muchas oportunidades. Y aquí lo podemos ver en esta reunión. Nos damos cuenta que parecíamos que somos amigos de toda la vida. Eso es algo que es una belleza de la radioafición. Así que es algo muy especial salir al aire. And Marija, you are 100% right. We always say it here when we do our teachings to our students. Ham radio is one of those things, you turn the radio on and you have a friend anywhere in the world.
That's a true identity between us.
We're the original social media. And one thing we tell people is you can go anywhere and somebody recognizes you as a ham radio operator, and like you can connect in seconds, and it feels like you're friends forever.
Yes, that is it's that special moment and a special energy, special. Yeah. I don't know the world, but it makes me very proud to be a member of that community.
Yeah, one of my biggest, Elmer, who's Ramon, YB5 Ecuador Delta, always reminds me of that. Since I've been a ham since I was the age of 15, and I won't tell you how old I am now, but anyway, he always reminded me that when I went away to college, I experienced that. Ham radio opened up for me the doors when I came to the US and as a student. And today, one of my best friends, or most of my best friends, are ham radio operators because of this hobby led me to. So I can relate to that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Cosme, ¿cuál fue esta bravo? Bienvenido.
Okay, just two quick questions. First of all, if you know it, do you know who managed the license of call signs in the Vatican City? And the second one is, what were the steps to get to operate from Vatican?
Haz la pregunta en español también.
Sí, perdona. Las dos preguntas que dices, si sabe quién gestiona las licencias o los indicativos de llamada en el Vaticano, y cuáles fueron los pasos que tuvo que seguir para obtener el permiso o la licencia para poder operar desde Vaticano.
I'm not sure, but if you think that if I want to get Vatican's call sign, it's not possible. I think it's not possible. I can check and let you know later. And if you want to operate from Hotel Victor Zero Alpha, you need to contact Francesco. I think he's the only person that who manages this. I'm not sure if there is anyone else. I think there is no.
Okay, and is it always the same call sign across the time?
Okay, so Francesco, Italy, Kilo, Zero, Fox, Victor, Charlie. So if you want to try to operate from Vatican, just contact him. I know he told me that he receives a ton of requests and emails almost every day. I'm not sure if he reads all of them or just delete it, or I'm not sure. I just think that I have pretty much luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Realmente para recibir indicativos del Vaticano no sabe la información. Realmente creo que hay que ser residente del Vaticano para eso. Los pasos para operar la estación es a través de Francesco. Y bueno, hay que mandarle un email y hacer el contacto a través de él, que él es el que maneja la estación, pero como saben, está muy ocupado y recibe cantidad de emails para pedir gente que quiere transmitir desde ahí, desde el Vaticano. Así que se debe imaginar la demanda de los emails que está recibiendo él. Bueno, ¿alguna otra pregunta, muchachos?
No sé cómo levantar la mano.
Pues, adelante, Mauro.
Okay, Maria, thank you very much for your explanation to the rest of the people that are looking for you today. Tengo una pregunta. I got a question. La pregunta, o mejor dicho, es una información importante. JY2 Tango Bravo Quebec es la esposa de JY1. Yo la contacté en el 80 y creo que no ha tenido tanta fama como tú en este momento. Te has hecho muy, como se dice hoy en el ambiente moderno, viral.
Okay. He wants to let you know that I think you have done something that very few people have done and YLs have done on this hobby. If you know, Juliet Yankee 1, I don't know if you know that call sign. That was the late King Hussein.
JY2 Tango Bravo Quebec.
And his wife was
JY2.
Yankee.
Okay. I got it.
Yeah,
No worries.
Yeah. So she was a very famous YL, but I think you have become now the most famous one by doing this operation. I think you have gone viral across the hobby, and he is very appreciative of that.
Thank you so much for the nice words and really kind words. I don't know if I did it or not. I don't think about that on that way. What is the best? I just do as I feel and go through it. So I just like to enjoy, and yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Ella no lo ve de esa manera. Yo creo que ha sido muy modesta en eso, pero creo que aquí todos nos damos cuenta las puertas que ha abierto Marija a las mujeres en la radioafición. I think you're being very modest here. I think you open up the door to a lot of YLs in the expedition
I
world
hope.
here.
Yeah, I really hope. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Carlos.
Esteban, por favor, pregúntale a ellas qué había escuchado yo de Venezuela, qué sabía ella acerca de nuestro país. Una, y la segunda, ¿en cuántas expediciones hasta ahora o activaciones ha participado?
Right, so he wants to, it's a two-part question. First one, do you know anything about our country, about Venezuela? Have you heard anything about Venezuela?
What I know about Venezuela?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not too much. I'm sorry.
Lamentablemente no sabe mucho de Venezuela. Y la segunda pregunta era, Carlos.
Hasta ahora, ¿cuántas activaciones o expediciones ella ha participado?
How many expeditions or activations have you done so far?
Expeditions? Well, actually, this expedition was I think the first one. I was operating from 4 Oscar 3 Alpha. Oscar 3 Alpha. It's really one big contestation, and I was a member of a team that I think it was in 2015 or 2016. I'm not sure now, maybe 2016. And also I was operating from a Yankee Tango 5 Alpha big contest location as well, but actually no D expeditions. So the Vatican is the first one, I think, and I'm looking forward to more.
Yeah. Su primera expedición ha sido la del Vaticano, pero ha operado desde las estaciones de concurso 4 Oscar 3 Alpha, que es muy famosa, y también de Yankee Tango 5 Alpha. Both stations are very famous. I think all of us here have it in the log.
Yeah, I think, yes.
Yeah. A ver, ¿alguien más tiene otra pregunta? Creo que viene una mano levantada por aquí.
Hola.
Hola.
Hola, buenas tardes. Nuestra señal distintiva es Lima Unión 6 Radio Alfa desde la República Argentina. Y también tenemos una licencia especial Lima Tango 12 Radio Alfa. en conmemoración a una emisora de FM que nada tiene que ver con nuestra actividad, dirigida en forma total y absoluta por un joven con autismo. En algún momento hemos comunicado con Marija y él ha seguido en contacto uniendo estos, para nosotros viejos, estos dos mundos, de la vieja radioafición y de la nueva radioafición, que nos lleva tal vez a estar frente a una cámara. Mi hijo, quien es, les reiteraba, una persona con autismo que dirige una emisora completa de radio, de broadcasting al aire, y también me ayuda con esto de las nuevas tecnologías, ha estado en contacto con Marija y la sigue, y por eso que estamos aquí, o que estoy yo aquí, porque mucho de esto de las nuevas tecnologías no entiendo, pero bueno, siempre he tratado de seguir adelante. Desde ya todos nuestros deseos para Marija con su actividad. Es lindo para nosotros los menos jóvenes ver a gente nueva en la actividad y con tanto ímpetu. Un saludo para todos y seguramente nos volveremos a encontrar en algún momento en el éter. Y si le cuesta ir al Vaticano, véngase para Catamarca que la esperamos. 73.
All right, Marija, he wants to let you know that his son, who's in the spectrum of autism, follows you a lot on the air, and he says that what you're doing for the youth generation is amazing. Trying to get everybody into the radio, and if you have any issues going to the Vatican, you're more than welcome to come visit him in Argentina.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bueno, ¿alguna otra pregunta, muchachos, antes de cerrar? Well, Marija, on behalf of the Venezuelans, Asociación de Refugiados de Venezuela, and this crazy bunch of friends that we have here every Saturday, I want to thank you so much for coming and visit us today. This was an amazing presentation. You did an amazing job at keeping up with these crazy folks over here. And we're here every Saturday. And if you ever want to become an email, my door's always open. And hopefully,
Sure.
Hopefully I'll see you in Dayton if you come over to the States one year. Just let us know. We'll host you over here, and I'm sure we can get you into the DX forum. I think you presenting this to the world. You're doing a wonderful, wonderful job for this hobby, and especially for bringing the youth generation and bringing other YLs in now. And as long as they don't take away our radios like you did in the Vatican, we'll be fine, right? So thank you so much. We eventually will post this in our YouTube channel, and I'll send you the link. And again, on behalf
great.
on behalf of everybody here and Asociación de Refugiados de Venezuela, I want to thank you so much for giving you your Saturday afternoon and being with us. So I'll say this in Spanish now so they understand what I'm saying to you, so they'll pick on me later.
Sure. Start on Spanish for the next future.
Le está dando las gracias a Marija por habernos dado su tiempo este sábado de hacer una presentación especial para todos nosotros aquí. Eventualmente vamos a subir esto aquí al canal de YouTube. A nombre de la Asociación de Radioaficionados de Venezuela, de dar las gracias. Y bueno, espero que todos aquí, a todos nuestros invitados que vinieron hoy, que siguen a Marija, bienvenidos. Aquí estamos todos los sábados con un tema diferente. Y eventualmente vamos a subir esto a nuestro canal de YouTube. Así que no se me vayan, porque ahorita vamos a abrir los micrófonos y hacemos oficialmente la transferencia al Open Bar. Así que se me cuidan, que tengan un buen sábado, y a nombre de la Asociación de Refugiados de Venezuela y el grupo de X Caracas, que tengan un buen sábado. So,
Mira,
dime, Antonio.
Que el canal de YouTube se llama YV5 ARB, Yankee Victor 5, Alfa Radio Victor.
Pueden seguir en
Alfa Radio Victor.
That's our YV5 ARB is our channel on YouTube. I'll send you the link once we upload the video up there, Marija. But don't go nowhere, because what we usually do is we stop the presentation or the recording, and then we open up. We have like what we call open bar, which everybody starts talking to each other, pretty much like so you're more than welcome to stay if you gotta go. We understand, but again, thank you so much for joining us today. So with that, let me stop the recording.